Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I came with another demonstration. Today's topic is Business Application Studio and how to set up the Business Application Studio from your PTP account. So today I'm gonna use um, trial account for PTP. You can easily do this to go to the product page of SAP PTP, and then you can access a trial account. It is usually valid for 90 days. So let's get started. Okay, so I have already set up my trial account, and I will show you how to do it yourself. So when you actually go to your trial account for the first time, you won't see any sub account there. It will be empty, but you can create your sub account from here. Then just click a create button, click sub account. You need to remember that it is based on a region where it is hosted in AWS. For a Business Application Studio, you need to select US as a region where you will find these applications. So first, when you have set up your sub account, which I have created here with a name trial, you need to go inside, and no, I've already set up everything, but I'll show you how to do it yourself for the first time. So when you open this thing, right, you will see two things. One is entitlement and one is instance and subscriptions. So first, you need to know that if you want to set up your business application studio that will run on HANA Cloud, so you need to have a HANA Cloud instance on which this business application studio will run. As a first step, right, I will show you what this instances looks like, right? If you go to instance and subscription, of course, when you do it first time, it will be empty. But in my case, as I've already subscribed, you can see HANA Cloud and Business Application Studio both are available as part of the applications. Now, what first you need to do is you need to set up your HANA Cloud account. Now, how to do it is that you need to first go to your entitlements, which you can go from your main account, and from there, sorry, no, I'll just go to cockpit main account. Yeah, and here what you need to do is you need to go to entitlement, and inside which you will get entity assignment, as you can see my cursor here in the left side. Now you open the entity assignments, and there you need to select the sub account that you have created, and it will show all the entitlement that you have. For a trial account, you will have some entitlement that will appear by default, and the rest of which you need to add it manually. So once the screen is loaded, you will see all the services that you have subscribed to. Now here I have already subscribed to the HANA Cloud. Okay, so I just try to search for HANA Cloud, and I can see HANA Cloud here. When you're doing for the first time, you can just go to edit from here, and inside that you'll get add service plans. You can click on add service plans, and it will open up all the list of service plans that are available. Now from here you can search for your SAP HANA Cloud. As you can see, these checkboxes are disabled for me because this is already subscribed. Now when you're doing it yourself, you will have option to check these. Okay, so I will recommend that you check all of these and then add the service plans. Then it will appear here, and then what you need to do is you need to click on save. Now save is disabled because I haven't added anything, but when you add the HANA Cloud and then you save it, then it will add to your sub account. Okay, so that's the first step in it. Now, as you have got the assignment done, and one thing to remember, that if you could not find the service that you're looking for, then you need to enable your Cloud Foundry environment, which can be accessed from this tab in your sub account. Go to your Cloud Foundry environment. Currently, it is enabled for me, but for the first time user, it will be disabled. So there'll be an option to enable Cloud Foundry here. Once it is enabled, then you need to create a space for you. You can see the space that I've created is named as div. You need to create your own space, and then inside which you will get the applications that you have deployed there. So I do not have any application here at this moment, but in your case, you have to first enable the Cloud Foundry so that that service plan is enabled for you for adding into your sub account. Now that's the first step. And once that is added, the next step is to set up your HANA Cloud. So how you can do it? First of all, you need to subscribe to the HANA Cloud service, and then you need to create an instance on the HANA Cloud. Okay, so I'll show you both of them. So first of all, here you can see HANA Cloud, but if you're a first time user, then you have to create it from this create button and create a HANA Cloud. And I've just clicked there, it will open up all the services. Remember that if you have only subscribed to the Cloud Foundry, it's enabled for your sub account, then only you'll be able to view the HANA Cloud services. For me, it is already enabled, so I will be able to see it. Now from the services, just start searching for HANA, and then you'll find a HANA Cloud. You can select HANA Cloud, and then you can select the plan. The plan will be tools as part of the subscription. You select tools. It says your sub account is already subscribed to this plan because I've already added it. In your case, this error will not appear, and then you can press create, and that will create your HANA Cloud application. Now, when you click on HANA Cloud, what will really happen is it will open, something called HANA Cloud Central. Inside HANA Cloud Central, you will get several options to administer your HANA Cloud account. Now, once it is open, let it open first, then I'll tell you what option you're going to get there. So now it is getting opened, and you will see that there are a few options on the left side called instances, migration, schema and HA, container, tenant, alert, SQL console, database object, data lake files, data product monitor, and performance monitor. We are interested in instance part, so click on instance. In my case, I've already created an instance. Now if you haven't created any instance at this moment, so what you need to do is you need to press create instance button, and then it will give you several options to create the instance. In the first screen, you'll have to select configure manually, and then you need to select the instance type as SAP HANA database. So data lake is not needed. It's not mandatory to create a data lake when you try to subscribe to the Business Application Studio. HANA database would suffice. Now you select that and then click on next. The next screen, what you need to do is you need to select a runtime environment. In my case, it is Cloud Foundry environment, but whenever you're running it, whenever you're opening it, it will ask you to sign into your Cloud Foundry environment. So it's a very simple step. You can click on sign into Cloud Foundry environment, and then in the next screen, it will use your email ID to generate the login credential for your Cloud Foundry. Now, as you see, I have clicked there, and you can see sign in is successful. You can close this and come back to your previous screen, and then you'll see that you are successfully signed into your Cloud Foundry environment. Now, once you have subscribed to the Cloud Foundry, then you need to select the space which I have already created in the sub account. Dev is the name of my space, and then The instance name is something that you need to put it on your own. There are some restrictions, but let's call it as test db. Okay, and then you can put some meaningful description. Test in database, and the administrator account name is db admin, which is not changeable. You need to put a administrative password. This password you need to remember, because any administrative operation based on this specific instance requires this password. Okay, so in my case I will just put a test password, and then I go to the next step. And then here you need to for the trial account, you won't have an option to change this memory and storage requirement. It will be pre-populated. This is what SAP will provide you as part of the trial account. Then there is something called availability zone and replica. It is not needed, it's not mandatory, it is needed only for disaster recovery purposes. And then the rest of the thing you don't need to just go through it, but there is no need to change anything. Now, in the next step, you will have to allow all the IP addresses for your HANA database, for your business application studio to work properly. And then, you can enable your cloud connector as well. Then you can go to the next step. And, these are some of the machine learning features that will add up to your HANA cloud instance, but these are not mandatory. it, I mean, I'm neutral about whether you select it or not. Then what you need to do, you need to go to the next step, and then either you can create data lake or you can choose not to create. As I said, it is not mandatory. And then you can just review and create. That will create your instance. It will take a couple of minutes to get your instance running. And once that part is completed, then in the main screen you will get the instance here like this. As I see here, it is running at this moment. But for the trial account, whenever you log off after 24 hours, if you try to log in, it will be stopped automatically, and you have to select the action to start it. If you click the action here, you can see stop and delete. But if it is stopped, then you'll get an option to start the instance again. So every time you need to start the instance, and without starting the instance, you cannot work on the business application studio. Now that's that. But one important point is, when you go to the HANA Cloud Central for the first time, there'll be missing authorization which you need to sort it out. The authorization that you are going to need are SAP HANA Cloud Administrator is the main role collection that you need to assign to your user. By default, only sub-account administrator will be the role that will be added to your sub-account user. And without this role, SAP HANA Cloud Administrator, you cannot open and access all these different options from your HANA Cloud Central. So how to assign this role collection is that you need to go to your sub account, and from there you can select users. Your username will appear, and you can click on the username. There you'll be able to add the roles that you need. Okay, there'll be a tab for adding the roles. Now, when you add the role, after that you need to log off and log in, and then try to open the HANA Cloud Central, and it will open for this time. Now, up to this point, you have already subscribed to HANA Cloud, and you got your instance running. The next step is to set up your business application studio. In the same way, you create a new subscription. You click on create from your sub account, and this time, just give it a moment here. This time you'll be able to see your business application studio here. You can select business application studio, and you can see it as red because I have already subscribed to this plan. But you'll get this option and select the trial and then create. That will create your subscription to the business application studio. Now for this one as well, it will not appear by default. You need to add it from your home, your global account. You need to do the entity assignment, and from there you need to add a service plan for your business application studio. From here, um, once the entities are displayed, which are nothing but services, at this moment I have already added the business application studio from my cloud foundry environment. So you see, if I search for the business application studio, I'll see it here. If you do not see it here, then click on edit and then you can add the service plan, and from there you can just search for the business application studio, and then you can select the trial and then add the service plan. After adding, only when you go to your sub account and try to create a subscription, you'll be able to see your business application studio. As you can see, I have just opened the trial account, and then inside this I've gone to the instance and subscription. From there, I can see the business application studio which I've subscribed from here. And as I said, the prerequisite was to add the entity assignment prior to this step. Now once this is done, then you need to click on the business application studio, which will open up another page. There you have to set up your development environment for your business application studio. And those who are new to this, using business application studio, you can create HDI container, which is otherwise called HANA project. You can see it is stopped, and as I say, both instance and the dev spaces are stopped by default. If you are not using it, and you have the option to start it from here. Now once you start it, then as I have already created the dev space here, but you can create your own dev space for the first time. You can create the dev space, which is not allowing, because in the trial account there are only 2 dev spaces that are allowed. So I have created 2 of them already, so it is not allowing me to create a third one. But in your case, you can just create the dev space like this, where you will have option to add the features that you are going to use within the business application studio. Since it is a native HANA application that I have selected, all the native HANA related modeling features will be available. But when you create the dev space, it is not that by default you will have access to the native applications. From a list of applications, you have to select SAP native application, and then your dev space will route, when it opens, you'll be able to do native HANA modeling using that. And all the artifacts and everything will come from your database instance that you have created. So that's how you set up your business application studio and start working on it. If you have liked the video, please subscribe to my channel, and see the video from start to end. um, Also, if you want to know more about it, in my upcoming book that is going to release in the next couple of months, which is specifically written on business application studio and native HANA modeling, please try that book. I will announce that separately in my YouTube channel as well as in LinkedIn. Those who follows me in LinkedIn will have, access to that. And then that will be a comprehensive guide, and it will be very useful for someone who works in Enterprise HANA and want to explore the web-based modeling feature and the HCI containers. Thank you once again for watching this video, and have a nice day. Thank you.